Hi, I'm Matt, and in this episode, I'm going to be interviewing Sir David.
Using only my mum calls me that.
Fair enough. So, Dave, I've got a couple of questions for you. And the first one, Dave, let's talk about the role of a team within a business. What's your views?
Well, I think from my point of view, a team is the quickest way that you will scale a business. Funnily enough, I was texting a friend of mine last night who runs a business, and he was saying the same thing. Like he started a business a year ago, it's going really well, but he thinks that he needs to hire someone. And I just said, yes, you do. If you've gone a year, and his numbers are good, but I was like, you really need to hire someone, because that's what will take you from where you're at now to doing the crazy numbers. It'll free you up to do the stuff that you do best. And he has that. He was saying the usual things. Oh, how do I trust them? But am I going to find the right person? And I said, well, you never are with that attitude, But yeah, hiring a team is crucial. You look at all the big businesses in the world; they're not run by one person; they're run by thousands of people. So people and a team are amazing.
Exactly. So, how's having a team? How has that helped you?
Well, going back to the early days of starting a business, me and you, as you know, were instrumental. We touched everything in the business. It was only me and you, Matt. And straight away, I remember the conversation where you said, as soon as we can afford it, as soon as the business starts making money, we're going to bring someone in. Don't get excited about the money in the bank account. That's going straight back out into someone else's bank account. And looking back, that was 100% the right way to do it. And I thank you for that input. But it is basically buying time. You are buying more time in the business. And as we said in the first interview, we were working 16-hour plus days, some days, 7 days a week. We were on the business. And all of a sudden, we brought in a team member, our first hire, Adrian, and we had just bought 8 hours a day. And those 8 hours were the time that we had spent editing videos. And that meant that the 3 or 4 hours each that we were editing videos for in a day, we could now spend 3 or 4 hours each creating new content. So it sped us up incredibly in terms of the content creation for the website. So, and obviously now I think we run a team of 6 or 7. I can't remember, 6 maybe. And it's just each time we hire, we buy that block of time, which means we are free then to do other things. So, yeah, the team has helped us massively. We've been able to hire people better than what we are to do the jobs that we shouldn't be doing or don't enjoy doing. And I'd say that was probably the biggest thing that we did, which helped us grow as a business, was hiring staff.
Okay. We recently made a course on outsourcing the smart way or the right way, didn't we? And staying with the topic of Adrian, who is our video editor. Now, Adrian's been with us for 3-4 years now. You worked out some numbers on that, didn't you? The amount of time which he saved us. Can you remember roughly?
I did. I can't remember. It is in the course, but I think, we worked out it was something like, you say we 8 hours a day for blah, 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 and we've had him for nearly 4 years. And it worked out that Adrian had saved us something like, or bought us in time, something like 2 years worth of time. So 8,000 hours, I can't remember. But it was an incredible amount of money. An incredible amount of time for not that much, an incredible amount of money in terms of the business. And yeah, totally worth it. And the great thing is with Adrian is, the longer he's part of the team, the more value we get from him, because, like I said, we trained him all those years ago. And every now and again, we, like, for example, with these videos Adrian will be editing, we told him, oh, just do it like this and let us know. And I looked at the edits the other day, and they're amazing. So we don't have to actually invest a lot of time training Adrian anymore. We did that, years ago. In fact, Adrian now has done things his own way and made them better. So we just keep the rewards just keep on coming back from Adrian.
Yeah, there's a fresh saying which we have, isn't there? Is that for every hour's worth of training which we put in, we get it back 100-fold back. And of course, the longer the person stays with us, the more rewards which we get. Okay, so Dave, changing topic slightly, what one part do you enjoy the most about having a team?
I think the one nice thing about having a team was it was almost it's almost like a nod, it's like a nod of the head, a pat on the back that, you're doing pretty well. If you have staff, your business is turning over a decent amount of money in which you can hire other people and give back to them in a way. I think hiring people, team members, is a really nice thing. You are creating employment opportunities, and I think it's generally a nice thing to do. It's also great to have other people in the business who bring other personalities and other ideas to the table, which previously we may not have had. So, and also the social aspect is great as well. We have a great team chat where we can see what it's like having friends. We have friends who also work within the business, and I think that's the nice thing is we were able to sort of create employment, but also create a nice working environment that people can come to work and not hate it. Not they actually enjoy being here. And some of the staff have said to us in the past, "Oh, you're the best bosses we've ever had," and stuff like that. That's nice. So it makes us feel like we're doing a good job.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that mostly due to our approach to management, where we don't micromanage at all. We're very much hands off, aren't we?
We're very laid back, yeah. And some people might like that in a boss, and some people might hate it. Some people might need a bit of more guidance than perhaps we give them. But I would say if anyone felt that way and they asked, we would give it to them. But we're very, like I said, we have a great team, and we're very fortunate that it does allow us to be quite hands-off, and they're very self-motivated, and we don't have to babysit them. We're not in the business of babysitting, which is great.
Okay, and flipping that question on its head, which part do you hate the most about having a team?
Which part do I hate the most?
And by the way, just to give you a second to pause to think about that, just my own personal point of view is that I don't think there is right now. Is there one bit which I hate?
No, I think the team. I don't hate having a team at all. I think that if there's two things which again are not things I hate, but are spin-offs of having a team, I would say the first is that now, instead of like previously, if it was just me and you, if the business didn't work, it only affected me or you. If something went terribly wrong, it just affected me and you. It was us putting our necks on the line. Now, potentially 6 people could lose their jobs and their livelihood and blah, blah, blah. So that's not a bad thing. That's just a motivator to me and you to make sure the ship doesn't sink, in a way. It's an increased incentive to not fuck it up. Is putting it politely.
That's putting it quite politely.
Not politely at all, was it? But also, I guess the spin-off, the hate thing is, it was almost, again, it's a great thing. It's not a hate thing. It just took a lot of adjusting, was knowing that I'm not needed in the business day to day, doing the nitty-gritty stuff. After you've done it, after you've been there and grown the business, throwing hours and hours and hours and days and weeks and years at it, that to now be in a stage where the day-to-day stuff largely does itself, and me and you can focus on doing what we do best, but also allowing us to do things outside of the business and think about new ideas and pursue new things. That's a fantastic thing to be able to do, but that took a hell of an adjustment on my part, because I was like, oh, what do I do now? Everyone else is doing the jobs that I used to do here. So, again, it's a fantastic thing, not a hate thing, but it did take some adjustment.
Okay, and the last question for you in this episode, What would you say to somebody who is watching this and only has a limited budget?
Okay, if you're watching this with limited budget, again, limited is relevant it means different things to different people. If you are just starting, if you have a small budget, if you're just I would say if you're just starting out, if you're under a year, if you're under 6 months old, then keep saving and just throw your time at the business, because I think we learn a lot in that initial period. We worked like others won't, so we could live like others can't at that time. We put the 60 nowadays and the 7 days a week in, and I think that was a learning curve, and that proves the concept. If you believe something enough, you will go to lengths to make it work.
You just reminded me, I didn't sleep for 3 days once.
I know, and I've got a video coming. Yeah, I've got a video coming up the other day about, is burnout real? To give you the quick answer, yes, absolutely it is, and it's horrendous. But these are the things that you do as an entrepreneur when you're growing a business. But I would say you have to do that. You have to go through that in order to know how badly you want it. But then after 6 months, if you have a limited budget available, I would seriously consider at least hiring a VA from somewhere like the Philippines. You'd be surprised how little that can cost, and you'd be surprised at how much they can take off your plate. And like I said, just that little kick of productivity could do wonders for the business. It did for us. Like I said, it gave me and Matt so much more time in a day to create more content. And like I said, we're in content creation, but you could be running a product business, you could be doing a media business, a design business. If you could outsource those little bits of jobs which take up a lot of your time, and you maybe don't even realize it, emails is a big one, and you could just get someone to filter through those so you only see the things you need to see, you'll get so much more done in a week, and you will get done the things that will make you money.
Mm-hmm. Dave, can I just chuck 2 pence in that one? I haven't seen any emails in days.
I see maybe 2 a day, but again, they're not work ones. My personal email with random things that I've subscribed to, but work emails, I only get them when the team message me and say you need to look at this.
I'm looking at my phone. I don't have a single email notification in my list because I turned the notifications off for them. But no, that's the serious point which you were making there, is that you can get rid of tasks which absorb time where you don't actually get value back.
Yeah, absolutely. And there's lots of roles like that when you start a business. There's lots of things that you need to wear all the hats. Absolutely, because you can't afford to hire people. But as soon as you can start getting rid of those jobs which aren't worth you doing. So, yeah, limited budget, over 6 months, seriously consider hiring staff. Under 6 months, put the time in.
I think that's a fair summary, because that's exactly what we did, wasn't it?
Exactly, and it worked for us. And like I said, I would. I'm like I said, I was speaking to a few entrepreneurs now around Manchester, and I'm saying, a few of them wanted to go and chase investment, and I was like, trust me, just put if you believe that this business will work and you want it that badly, why would you give half of it away? If you're talking about a potential 5 million, 10 million pound business, why would you give half of that away for some money right now, when you could just invest your time and you can grind, just literally, do whatever it can to make money. But just, it's not easy, and that's the thing, it's not easy at all. But that is what separates the entrepreneurs from the wantrepreneurs. People want it, but they don't want to work for it.
Exactly. So, Dave, thank you ever so much for joining us for this episode.
Thank you, sir.
And on that note, from myself, Matt.
And from me, Dave.
Cheerios.
Bye.